Consider it a hostile takeover. The field of viable returning Player of the Year candidates was as star-studded and pedigreed as they ever come going into this season, and included not only a trio of finalists from our 2024 vote in Luke Hellige, Bryson Mossman, and Jackson Clark, but also the prohibitive favorite as returning co-winner from last winter in Quincy High School's Bradley Longcore III. Simple logic then would have suggested that for some other member of the field to make a run at KHQA Poi honors, let alone win the darn thing, significantly bucked the odds. It is a sublime credit then to Preston Brewer's down the stretch dominance and overall body of senior year work at Canton High School, the degree to which he turned that narrative on its head and monopolized the conversation come March. Granted, I'm not trying to sell you that Preston is some kind of upstart here. He has been honored as an all-do-or-die team performer since his sophomore season with the Tigers, and he has for 2 years now been at least adjacent to any conversation about the region's top players. A high-caliber, known basketball commodity. But it would be totally unfair to Preston to suggest anything he has accomplished previously measures up to the load he shouldered in 2025 in leading his program to its finest ever showing. Moreover, and historically speaking here, the degree to which Brewer stuck the dismount and dominated when the competition was highest and the lights were brightest has not been seen in Northeast Missouri since arguably Mike Smith's star turn in Van Far's 2004 title run. In retrospect, Preston Brewer delivered us one of the cleanest resumes in the history of our Player of the Year award. He finished the season averaging 25.4 points per game and did so dominating both the paint but also stretching foes to the breaking point from the perimeter. He finished the year shooting 58% from the field and converted 63% of his two-point attempts. He also made his way to the charity stripe a whopping 222 times and converted 72% of his freebies. None of this a real surprise for a kid who enjoyed a demonstrable height advantage in small class basketball. That Preston also topped 42% efficiency in some 121 three-point shots speaks to the level of elevated skill and shooting prowess he possesses, a three-level scorer of the highest order. His 359 rebounds worked out to a better than 11.5 boards per game average. Preston blocked 62 shots, nearly 2 a game. He doled out 90 assists and squired away 56 steals, and in the process led the Tigers individually in every single statistical metric. Beyond the numbers, the Tigers' humble beast amplified leadership at every turn. Right to the very end, as Canton emptied its bench against Eugene, and Preston gathered the guys headed to the floor to finish out the loss with the directive that no underclassman was allowed to shoot the ball at game's end. That honor belonged exclusively to senior Brett Ehrenreich because he had earned it by being such an ideal teammate to all involved in never complaining about his limited playing time in his final year. Put simply, when Preston spoke, everyone else listened without fail. And the example he set with his class and sportsmanship, see also the glowing and unsolicited social media comments from fans of both Puxico and Eugene in the aftermath of their games, and as a role model with a near-perfect GPA in the classroom was second to none. Nothing spoke louder about this young man's desire to be great, though, than his Herculean individual efforts against state powers Harrisburg, Puxico, and top-ranked Eugene with 79 total points in a 3-game span. Along the way, passing no less than the legendary Gabe McKenzie as his program's all-time scoring leader. It was the exclamation point for all to see on a season that earned him individual distinction as the Missouri Class II Player of the Year, and his Canton Tigers a second-place team finish and 25-6 overall record, and personal momentum moving forward into the next phase of his career as a Quincy University Hawk. Again, I defy you to find me one aspect of this story that undercuts the argument. His win may well have been a surprise, but in crafting it, Preston has set the bar soaringly high for future KHQA Player of the Year winners for decades to come.